Good morning, guys. It's 5:30 in the afternoon, so it's not morning, but I'm home. I did not vlog yesterday because there was a lot going on, and I'm about to explain all that to you. And my flowers are dead. They didn't water them. Poor flowers. But yeah, so basically, I wasn't even originally going to vlog today, but this is making me extremely nervous, and I'm gonna have to do it for the first time in about 30 minutes when my food gets here. Good news is I got tacos on the way, so that's exciting. But while I was in the hospital, they ran a bunch of tests, and everything came back normal except for my blood sugars. Not that they were high. I did have one high. It went to 145 yesterday, but most of the time they were low. They kept dropping low. Like yesterday was especially weird because it was 71, which is already on the lower end of normal, and then I ate breakfast right after that, so we assumed it would go back up, and then it dropped into the 60s after that. So that was super weird, and that's why my blood sugar ended up going to 145, because it was dropping without food, they gave me like this glucose gel which took it high, but it worked. And yesterday it was just like up and down all day. It kept trying to go low, and so I got sent home today. They did a cortisol test as well yesterday to check for problems with my adrenal glands, and because the first one came back abnormal, but the second repeat test they did with like this medication that was supposed to stimulate them, it worked, and showed that it was okay, like it was not adrenal insufficiency. So I got sent home, which is amazing. I'm very glad to be home. The not amazing thing is now I have to check my sugar at home, and it's really kind of like freaking me out. Not so much the like checking the sugar part, but the whole like stabbing myself part is freaking me out. I am about to have to figure out how to use all this when the food gets here, because they told me to check it before every meal. If it was low before the meal, then check it an hour after the meal. If it's not low, then it's fine, and check it when I first wake up and before I go to bed. So like 5 times a day, depending on how many meals I eat in the day, but I'm supposed to be keeping up so that it doesn't go low. So I had to get like everything today, like this, and I don't even like, oh my gosh, this is overwhelming me. But I'm very thankful to have a friend that's helping me with this, because it's too much. But I gotta do it, so let me just grab everything out of here real quick to show you guys. I wasn't even going to originally vlog, but it makes me feel better, because I'm also super exhausted, because when you first get out of the hospital, your body's kind of weak from, you know, I laid in bed for 5 days. So so I had to get the normal like monitor, and they're a lot cheaper than I thought they were, because insurance wouldn't cover it, but they're a lot cheaper. And apparently this also connects to Bluetooth, so I'm gonna try, once I'm done with this clip, I'm gonna try and connect it to my phone, because I'm not supposed to take it till right before I eat, so whenever the food gets here. I kind of delayed ordering dinner on purpose, but yeah, I can't do that either, because then my blood sugar is gonna go low. I had to get alcohol wipes. She told me to get these, which hopefully I never have to eat. They're glucose tabs. I also bought a bunch of apple juice, because that's what was helping in the hospital. So obviously try that at first. She said if my sugar drops into like the 50s or low 60s again, like it did, because when I was admitted on Friday, my sugar was 53, which is super low. And so she said if my sugar were ever drop in the 50s again, eat this, because it'll bring it up faster. It just doesn't sound appetizing at all. If you've ever eaten these, let me know. Then I had to get the test strips. There was 2 of them, because this is basically supposed to last me until I can see my CF team, and then if I do get the diagnosis of CFRD, then hopefully I can look into getting like a Dexcom or something, so I don't have to do all this. But for now, this is gonna get me through May. So I had to get the test strips, and it's all like the same brand. Oh good! Oh good. That helps me, because this is all new. They actually, they have a thing that shows you which way to insert it, so that's helpful. And then the part that I'm scared about was this, the needles and the little thing you put them in. So that was all of it. My fingers are already so like, oh good, they have instructions too. I was hoping they would. My fingers are already so like sensitive, not painful, but sensitive, because they've been at the hospital, they were checking it every 4 hours, and yeah, they hurt. Some of them are bruised, some of them aren't. I was thinking about the fact also that at the hospital I could really much use both of my hands because somebody else was doing it, so it was like easy. But I'm wondering if I'm going to have to use only my left hand because I have to use my right hand to hold the other device. So we will see. But I'm gonna figure all this out and do what I have to do. There's so many instructions on this. I don't have a choice. I have to do it to keep myself healthy because I don't want to end up back in the ER, because pretty much the reason I ended up in the ER that I didn't know at the time was because my sugar was so low. So I'm not going to upload this right now. I'm going to figure all this out. I'm going to take a shower because I wasn't allowed to shower at the hospital because of the heart monitor, so I really want to shower after I eat. And I know that once I do this, at least first time's going to be the hardest, and then also after that I don't have to do it again until I go to bed, and then I will figure it out tomorrow. But yeah, I'll figure it out. It's a little bit overwhelming, honestly, but it's not the end of the world. So I'm gonna figure all this out and go from there and just take it one step at a time, and it is what's best for my health. I may not end up uploading this until tomorrow, depending, because I'm just exhausted. It's been a long day, and more stuff to kind of add to the health repertoire for now. When I go to my appointment in June is when I'll get the testing done for CFRD, but the thing with that is I really haven't had high sugars. It's only been low, so we're not really sure, but I'll get that testing done. This has all been already like discussed with my CF team, and we'll go from there. So until then, here's to a new chapter of the health journey, one that is a lot to take in, but it's gonna be okay. So I'll see you guys. I'll either upload this today or tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling, and see you guys then. Hey guys, I decided to just go ahead and upload this tonight so then I can resume the normal scheduled vlogs for tomorrow, and then I'm probably gonna rest the rest of the night because I just feel very weak because I am not used to being active. It's amazing what 5 days in the hospital can do. But so after this I'm just gonna go lay down. But I did figure it out finally. It was a very hard learning curve over about 2 hours, but I figured it out. Got a successful reading. Unfortunately it came after I ate because, well, I tried to do it first. I'm not even sure if you're going to be able to see it, but I have a nice big bruise now because I accidentally stabbed myself in the palm. That hurt and bled for quite a while. And then the first 2 pricks I did didn't even draw any blood, so I didn't have it on a high enough setting. The 3rd prick worked, but it showed an error reading. The 4th prick worked, but it showed an error reading. The 5th prick finally got an actual reading. So that took about 2 hours. But I got a successful reading, so hopefully the one I do before bed will be a little bit easier. 1 prick, 1 done, and not stab myself with the wrong body part. My fingers are already so sensitive from the hospital, and they have these little like white bumps all over them, which doesn't really look that great, but hopefully those will go away over time. Yeah, I am just going to relax, and I was kind of panicking before all of it, and then everything was sort of going wrong, which was making me panic more and just feeling completely overwhelmed. And I wish this wasn't like a permanent thing, but it is permanent at least until June. Because if I can get my CF team, I like this glucometer because it connects to my phone through Bluetooth, so I can see the readings. I can show it to my CF team. If I end up getting the test and getting confirmation of CFRD, then hopefully I can work on like getting a Dexcom or something, so I don't have to keep doing this. But for now, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So here's to another mess of this, but probably sleep early tonight, and just, yeah, make the most of what I've got to do. But at least I'm home, and at least I've got a little bit of an idea of what was causing these symptoms, and my heart rate's been a lot lower, and it's been fine. It'll all be fine. So with that, thank you guys so much for coming along on my day today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.